Get your bed from your behind. Tell the stranger sleeping next to you to get the hell out, you've got things to do. Wednesday morning, the week's half done. Try to sober up, it's time to run. There's only 3 days left working from 9 to 5. Then it's party time. Party time. Just a little more work to do. Let's get on up and get the damn thing through. Then we'll get back to numbing our minds.
Yeah, hump day. And it's going to be the best day of the week.
Yeah, it already doesn't feel quite as chilly, and it's
No.
very sparkly. There's like a little dusting of sparkle.
Yeah, light, fluffy snow falling in our area during the overnights, coating your vehicles and your driveways. Looks like we might get some more during the overnight tonight. 25-ish for a high today, and then look out. Temps dropping drastically over the next couple of days into the negatives on Friday for a high. We're looking at 7 to 10 degrees below zero for a high on Friday during the day.
Yeah, and obviously those things, those kinds of temperatures impact stuff. So we'll be here, and you'll need to check to see schools, daycares, certain things may not be. I think it's 35 below is
Buses,
the cutoff
yeah, all
where they
that
stop
stuff
that. So
may not be running as normal.
We'll see what Friday brings, but today is a little bit warmer.
Yeah, we got a lot to get to. Bad news, happy music. Jean obviously back from her little one-day off vacation. We got bad news, happy music, as I mentioned. Workforce Wednesday, your chance to score freebies from GameDay Men's Health. Just got to let us know where you're working.
Yeah.
Very easy to do that. Kids and swearing, going to talk about that. Going to talk about how to stay relevant at your job now that AI is taking over everything.
Awesome.
Also a very interesting side effect for weight loss drugs. We've been hearing a lot about their side effects, and one that maybe people didn't think of.
Well, and of their success, right?
Yeah, so lots to get to. Of course, rockmornings.com if you want to get in touch with us and let us know where you're working today. We'd appreciate that. We'll do some Pretty Reckless here in just a few minutes.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene on your rock station.
A bunch of cans of already recalled tuna
Is
got...
this botulism
got
or something?
shipped.
What are
Yeah,
they?
they had botulism, and they were already recalled, and then they were sitting somewhere, and somebody said, oh, let's ship these, and that's what they did.
Loaded them on a skidster or something and put them on a truck?
Apparently. Some cans of yellowfin tuna recalled last year over botulism concerns were mistakenly shipped to stores in multiple states, including Wisconsin. The product was mistakenly sent to Meijer stores, so obviously if you're shopping at Festival or at some other grocery store,
IV, it should be all right.
IV or a co-op or whatever, you should be
Aldi.
okay. But if you shop at a Meijer store in Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Michigan, Ohio, and Wisconsin, and you bought yellowfin tuna from the Genova company, then you may want to take a look in your cabinets. It was also shipped to giant food locations in Maryland and Virginia, and to Safeway, Albertsons, Vons, and Pavilion stores in California. The FDA said a third-party distributor inadvertently shipped quarantined cases of Genova yellowfin tuna in olive oil and extra virgin olive oil to 9 different states. Customers who have the recalled product should not eat it. Instead, throw it away, return it to where it was bought for a full refund, or contact the Tri-Union Seafoods directly for a product replacement. But again, Genova yellowfin tuna that was already recalled inadvertently shipped to stores all throughout the country, including stores in Wisconsin. So, yeah, if you've shopped at a Meijer, or maybe somebody came over your house for the holidays and had some, stuff, and
No, thank you on the botulism.
be on the lookout for that. Cans of yellowfin tuna from Genoa in olive oil and extra virgin olive oil. A Iowa 5-year-old from Iowa that was missing is now safe after being found in Wisconsin, concluding a months-long missing child in custody case that resulted in several arrests that were across state lines. The Crosse County Sheriff's Office in Iowa said the child was taken last July, violating a temporary custody order. And on Monday, sheriff's deputies in Rusk County, Wisconsin, searched a home and found the 5-year-old boy. 2 people were arrested for allegedly interfering with parental custody and contributing to a crime. The father, Douglas Roth, was also arrested and expected to be extradited to Iowa to face charges for kidnapping and violating a custody order. The child has been returned to the mother. But it sounds like this kid living in Iowa by court order with his mom. Dad goes down there and abducts the kid, brings dad or whoever, brings him back to Wisconsin where he's living with the dad and some other people. Apparently was in like the grandfather's camper on the property. I'm assuming they had electricity and power and heat out there. I mean, it is obviously the middle of January, but yeah, they deputies and the sheriff's office down there conducting an investigation found out where this kid was, search warrant, and found him
found him safe and healthy and returned him home.
Yeah. I don't know if this is going to make things better or make things worse, but the vice president, J.D. Vance, is going to be stopping in Minneapolis tomorrow. A roundtable discussion with local leaders and community members. Things up there obviously very tenuous with people protesting and ICE agents trying to, do their job, and just a crazy scene up there. Seems like every single day and every single night, active duty military members are on standby still, 1,500 of them. But the vice president, J.D. Vance, traveling to Minneapolis tomorrow for a roundtable discussion with local leaders and community members. Also has a trip to Toledo, Ohio planned. Source said that the vice president will fly to Minneapolis after that stop in Toledo.
Also going to have a new baby. His wife announced that second lady that she was expecting their fourth child. It's a baby boy, and they are doing well. Mom and the baby doing well, and the baby's coming in late July, it sounds like. Their fourth child, so congratulations.
Scary moment for the president, if you will. I don't know how
was this
scary
the
it was.
airplane?
The Air Force One had to return to the Joint Base Andrews in Maryland.
Electrical issues?
Late last night. Yeah, apparently he was on his way to Switzerland, and a minor electrical issue made them turn the plane around. The issue was identified shortly after Air Force One took off to fly to the World Economic Forum in Switzerland. White House Press Secretary Carolyn Levitt said the aircraft turned around out of an abundance of caution. They weren't in any, I don't know if they were in any, impending danger, but they noticed there was a problem. And
we need to address this.
Well, if you're going to fly overseas, you want to air out of caution, right? So the aircraft landed at Joint Base Andrews at about 11:10 last night, according to the White House, and shortly before midnight, Trump got on a smaller Air Force One jet and headed off on his trip. So he's okay and headed to Switzerland for that economic forum, but they had to turn around. And it looks like Timothy Busfield's going to be released from prison or from jail. Actor and director Timothy Busfield eligible for release from a New Mexico jail as he still faces charges of child sex abuse. During a pretrial detention hearing yesterday, the judge in the case ruled that there was no probable cause to show that Timothy Busfield should remain behind bars due to a public safety risk. However, he obviously is going to be monitored, can't go anywhere, can't have any contact with the victims and all this stuff. But there's also some new information about this whole thing, that the alleged victims apparently denied that Timothy Busfield touched them in police interviews. Did you see this?
I didn't, but I had heard that there was some question. Well, I'm sure, right? That's the defense attorneys, but they were questioning the whole validity of it because of the way it went. Apparently because of the rules and that are regarding child actors. They were never
child labor laws, and they can't be on the set alone.
Yes,
and
there's always double adults with them.
There's usually a guardian or someone there. In audio that was played in court, allegedly from the children's first interview with the police back in 2024, the boy known as VL said that Busfield never touched what the officer called his private areas, and the brother SL also denied inappropriate touching from Busfield. He obviously has said all along that he's innocent and these are lies and they're fabricating, he's going to fight it. And,
yes.
But then there was another allegation that just came out a week ago of a girl.
I haven't heard any more about that since that first time that that we heard about it. But yeah, it's up to the courts, I guess, and to figure out the judges. But he's been released right now.
Well, it looks like he's going to be released, and obviously not going to be able to go anywhere or do much of anything, but going to be able to get out of jail at least for the time being. It's Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. We'll get to some sports here in just a bit. Allison Chains as well. Right now, pretty reckless.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
Allison Chains, Man in the Box. It's Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene on a Workforce Wednesday. Got a text from Jim in Georgia. Said, stay safe up there with that brutal cold weather. Yeah, today not so bad, but Friday, Saturday, and Sunday not looking too good. It's going to be in the negative 7 to 10 range on Friday during the day.
That's the high.
That's the high during the day,
Yes.
and then somewhere in the in the negative teens on Friday nights. Dangerously cold.
It's called a polar vortex is what it is, Brian.
Polar vortex. Thanks,
So-
Jim, for the text. Appreciate that.
Very cold, dangerously cold. So that's the primary concern of sub-zero highs, and that timing is Thursday night through Saturday night, by the way.
Chilly. Badger men's basketball have won 4 in a row. They look to make it 5 tomorrow night at Penn State. Tip-off is at 6 p.m. That game is on FS1.
Come on, Badgers.
Badgers on the road against Penn State tomorrow night at 6 p.m. on FS1. The Bucks are home tonight against the Thunder. That's an 8:30 tip. That game can be seen on ESPN, by the way. Bucks at home tonight on ESPN against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Golden State Warriors wing Jimmy Butler suffering a season-ending torn right ACL Monday night in the win over the Miami Heat. So he's done for the rest of the year. Golden State Warriors going to be without Jimmy Butler going forward. Chargers expected to hire former Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel as the team's new OC, the new offensive coordinator. And the Tennessee Titans are going to hire San Francisco 49ers defensive coordinator Robert Saleh as their next head coach. Titans are giving Saleh a 5-year contract. He, of course, was with the Jets for a few years before getting fired there and going to San Fran, and now he's taking his talents to Tennessee to coach the
Take
Titans.
my ball and go somewhere else.
Former Pro Bowl cornerback Trevon Diggs has been released by the Green Bay Packers after playing just 2 games and 34 snaps for them. The Packers claimed Diggs off waivers from the Cowboys back on December 31st after they lost a pair of cornerbacks to injuries the previous week and didn't play much with the Packers, but he's now been released by the team. And a Florida State attorney has dropped a misdemeanor trespassing charge against Minnesota Vikings wide receiver Jordan Addison and terminated the prosecution. The case stemmed from that visit to Noodle Bar at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino near Tampa, Florida back on January 12th. According to the police report, the casino security had asked Addison several times to leave. When Addison did not comply, the Seminole police were dispatched and attempted to escort him out. There was a trespassing charge, but apparently the state attorney down there dropped that misdemeanor trespassing charge. And the betting odds for next year's college football playoff national championship
Are out already?
Yeah, oh yeah. Come on.
Okay. So how do I make the most money? The odds, the greatest.
Well, I don't know
Chance
why.
to win,
I
or-
don't know why Indiana would still be on top. Look, I know they just won, but Mendoza's leaving for the NFL. He's not going to be your quarterback again next year. That's not to say they won't have a good team, but I don't think they're going to have a good enough team to get it done again in 2027. But they're on top with Ohio State. They're the co-favorites, each listed at 7-1 on DraftKings, followed by Texas and Notre Dame at plus 750. Some sports books have teams in different order. Notre Dame and Ohio State are co-favorites at FanDuel, but those 4 are tops everywhere. Oregon, Georgia, and some others rounding out teams with shorter than plus 1,000 odds. But as of right now, if you want to plunk some money down, Indiana, Ohio State, Notre Dame, and Texas seem to be the leading vote getters when it comes to what teams are the favorite to win it next year. And the Hall of Fame, Baseball Hall of Fame, announcing that Carlos
New class?
Beltran and Andrew Jones will be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 2026. Beltran elected in his 4th year of eligibility after being named on 84.2% of Baseball Writers Associations of America ballots, easily clearing the 75% threshold for enshrinement. Andrew Jones was named on 78.4% of the ballots, just clearing the bar to earn election in his 9th and second to last year of eligibility. So he was running out of time, but he's getting in, and so is Carlos Beltran, even though he's a cheater pumpkin eater. It's Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Going to get to Bad News, Happy Music later on. It's Workforce Wednesday. Let us know where you're working.
Yeah.
I saw some people out there plowing and salting and shoveling sidewalks and taking care of all that stuff already.
I was just looking at the list. Share where you're working. I see some people in food service and a foreman, and we've got some people working in healthcare. We've got a welder, so let us know where. A florist. Ooh, that's fun. let us know where you're working. We'd
Yes.
love to hear from you.
Yes, please tell us where you're working. We'll get to some Amy Lee and Poppy in just a bit.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene on your rock station.
Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Julie. Huh? Julie. Huh? Guess what day it is? Julie. Huh? Julie. Huh? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Anybody? Anybody? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Anybody? Anybody? Mike. Huh? What day is it, Mike? Huh? Woo-hoo! Mike. Huh? What day is it, Mike? Huh? Oh, come on. I know you can hear me. Leslie, guess what today is? Leslie, guess what today is? Leslie, guess what today is? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
It's hump day.
Hump day! Woo-hoo!
It is, in fact, hump day. That means Workforce Wednesday. That means you should tell us where you're working for your chance to win freebies from GameDay Men's Health.
Yeah, it's a gift card to Quick Trip, so everybody can use that. Just
Well,
let us
that's
know
good
where
news.
you're working, and Game Day Men's Health is rewarding you with a Quick Trip gift card, $20.
My wonderful wife
Put
could have
gas.
used that yesterday. Put gas in her car, so I didn't have to. I ran out of gas. All right.
I am going to fill up today before it gets super cold.
Yeah, take that into account, too. If you're one of those people that likes to ride around with less than a quarter of a tank, it's not good in this kind of weather. So, yeah.
I have like a less than a quarter, so that's on the agenda today. I do not want to be
Good
doing
idea.
that with my fingers. I can't feel my fingers.
Well, yeah, and you obviously, again, don't want to be filling up when it's brutally cold outside, and you don't want to run out of gas somewhere when it's brutally cold.
And you got to
walk.
warm your car up longer.
one of
and all
those
that stuff.
situations.
Yes.
Masked Singer, new episode of that tonight on Fox. Also a new episode of Hollywood Squares on CBS, followed by a new episode of The Price is Right at night. So I don't know about, I have no idea what happens here. Do they do it during the day and at night when there's a Price is Right at night, or do they just switch it to a nighttime?
Like a primetime thing? I
or
guess
are there
I don't.
two separate versions of The Price is Right?
That's what I'm going to go with, but
Because
I don't know.
when you were a kid and you were sick home from school, you'd watch Price is Right at 11 a.m.
But now it's a primetime thing?
Are there two, or is there just the one?
Oh, I can win prizes? Wait a minute. Get tickets.
I guess I don't know. We don't tend to watch shows live on television. But is it two separate versions of The Price is Right? One during the day and one at night? Or do they just move it to nighttime at certain
It's a primetime special event version of their
special
classic
event.
one.
Okay. So they keep it during the day and then they do a
Yep,
special
yep,
version at
yep.
night. Well, there's a new episode of that tonight on CBS. Also, the series premiere of The Beauty
What's this?
on FX and Hulu. Evan Peters, Rebecca Hall are FBI agents investigating the deaths of supermodels and a conspiracy leading back to a $1 trillion empire run by Ashton Kutcher. Think The Substance, but not as much gooey body stuff.
I'm the world's greatest goddamn advertisement for the hottest new super drug that makes you effortlessly beautiful.
Every night I pray for your death.
Can we play some yacht rock?
I got the beauty shot.
Is this real life? One simple injection to become a beauty.
Are there side effects?
This is the closest to the fountain of youth anyone's ever going to get, which of course comes with problems.
The beauty has been mutating out in the wild.
We go to market in 6 months. Fix the books.
It's gone from international virus to murder.
We're gonna fix this. We're gonna find a cure.
It's an STD that people will actually want.
The Beauty series premiere on FX and Hulu. Timely with all the weight loss drugs that are out there. We had the shots for a while. Now we got a pill.
Based
and
on
the
a
shots.
comic book, apparently.
And yeah, so you take some sort of drug. If you're, a person of wealth or influence, you can take this drug and instantly become beautiful and appealing to other people, as opposed to the loser you are. But there's side effects.
Lethal and scary.
The Beauty series premiere on FX and Hulu. Also, the series premiere of Steel on Amazon. Sophie Turner from Game of Thrones is an employee at a pension fund investment company who has to go on the run after being forced to help a group of violent thieves pull off a heist.
£4 billion in pensions stolen in the largest armed robbery in British history.
I'm Reese Kovac, Senior Investigating Officer. You and your colleagues here have been ID'd as potential significant witnesses.
As we know, they all wore prosthetics, so our facial recognition is completely useless. Find the thieves, find the money, both are time critical.
Your daughter, she's mixed up with some ruthless people.
Problem is, Zara, that's a very dangerous combination. Intelligence and frustration.
Tell us what you know. Or what? MI5 can kill you and make it look like a stroke.
Ugh. Steel. Series premiere of that on Amazon. Also, new episodes of all the Chicagos tonight. Chicago Med, Fire, and PD. Late night shows are all new. Fallon talking to Natalie Portman. Martin Short and Jackson White will be on with Jimmy Kimmel. Jane Fonda and Jessica Williams on with Stephen Colbert. And Seth Meyers has got Claire Foy and Bert Kreischer, the Machine, as his guests. We've just been kind of watching a few things here and there. Nothing really in particular. I was talking, while you were gone yesterday, talking about Landman. Obviously, you had talked to my wife about that.
I am watching that.
Had several other people recommended, said it was really good.
I'm enjoying it.
Most people refer to it as a Yellowstone type show, but in Texas with oil.
Well, big characters, you
Right.
know, and lots of criminal activity and all the things that make a good, nighttime, almost like a nighttime soap opera to some degree, right? There's, it's harkens to the Dallas where there's bad guys and good guys and thieves and money and crazy characters.
Well, we're going to have to find something because the season finale of Hell's Kitchen is this week. We're getting very close to the end of Night Court, which we started the original series. Started watching that several years ago. We watch an episode or two occasionally when we go to bed. And we're almost done with the final season. So Landman might be up next.
It's on Paramount.
Paramount, which we got. We got that. I've seen several people sharing this morning on social media a image of an internet weatherman.
Is he telling us how cold it is or what?
Talking about exploding trees. Did you know about this phenomenon?
No. It gets so cold or something? Or?
Yeah, so apparently trees can either get so hot or so cold they can explode, quote unquote. And I've seen several people share the image of the exploding trees from this internet weatherman. I don't think they quite understand what that means. They just think the tree's going to blow up.
Rapid temperature change.
Like some sort of Hollywood's, movie where the tree blows up. I don't think that's exactly what happened. Cold weather will cause some trees to shatter by freezing the sap because it contains water, which expands as it freezes, creating a sound like a gunshot.
Loud booms or pops.
So you might hear some sounds.
With some branches that kind of fall off.
But I
like
don't
in
know.
a storm.
I don't know if the tree's going to explode
I don't
like
think it's gonna,
that dude's head in Scanners.
Right. It's more like, and all of a sudden a big branch.
Or if you see a tree get hit by lightning and it shatters into a bazillion pieces. Not the same. But I've seen several people sharing that. It is a real phenomenon, exploding trees. It's just not as impressive a sight as you probably think it is. I would not want to wake up to that in the middle of the night. Like, oh, so cold. That's how cold. How cold is it? Well, the tree exploded.
Well, when it gets real cold in Florida, when they're not
the iguanas.
They fall out of the trees.
Yeah.
To me, that'd be crazier.
Actually, wouldn't be too bad if
lizards are falling out of trees.
Wouldn't be too bad if the tree in our backyard exploded this year, because then it would save me hundreds of dollars
to take it down,
to have it cut down, and taken care of.
It just blew itself up.
Yeah, just take care of itself. That'd be nice. That's what we need AI to work on. not taking people's jobs, but how can AI help take this tree out of my backyard? Can it do that? Probably not.
Well, the wind chills are going to be significant later this week. Maybe even some records set, apparently. Eau Claire 14 below is the record from 1936 for that day. So record cold temperatures. So we'll see. the day's not looking very like it's going to climb out of the below zeros at all, and then those wind chills will be a factor.
Cold.
And that's going to be Friday through Saturday.
It's so cold in the D. Five Finger Death Punch announcing recently a 20th anniversary tour. Going all across the country, all across the states. Jersey, Pennsylvania, Indiana, Ohio. August, they're going to be in Milwaukee at the American Family Insurance Amphitheater, along with, I believe, Eva Under Fire, right? And Cody Jinks. Is that tour? Eva Under Fire were here last year. Got to know them a little bit for the Riverfront Revolt.
They were great, weren't they? I know you really appreciated that.
Yeah, she was super nice, and we got to know her a little bit. But Five Finger Death Punch now with Darkness Settles In.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
Got a text from Hank Hill. Your local propane delivery and maintenance guy here working with CEC. Wanting to give a reminder to think about where your heat comes from. Check those propane tanks so you don't have to run with this glorious weather we have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, check your tanks, obviously. Thanks, Hank Hill. Also got a text from Pam. Said the mayor of Kingstown is another amazing Taylor Sheridan show on Paramount Plus. Stars Jeremy Renner. Super good. I've seen trailers and clips of that show. Haven't started watching it, but yeah. Looks intriguing. Thank you, Pam. Bobby texted in, said, good morning, Brian and Gene, driving truck at N Structure in Winona, hauling salt to Eau Claire for the highway department. I said, be safe out there. And he said, always thanks. My baby tells me that every day. Included a picture. I don't know what this is. Is that like a belt buckle or something? But it's Liz and Bobby. They've got some kind of sexual thing going on here.
Well, she's just sitting on his lap.
Well, it's not real, though. It's some sort of... what is this? Is this just like a decorative...
It's something in his truck. I think it's hanging in his truck. And it's like, I think it's etched out of wood.
Because this looks like a steering wheel, but I can't quite tell what that is. I don't know if it's like a
maybe
belt
it's a
buckle
cover or something. Yeah, but it says dry safe, so which is important. What a sweet thing.
Jay, working at Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning, keeping people warm. Thanks, Jay. Stay warm yourself.
That's important. There's going to be... That's an emergency if your heat goes out this week.
Workforce Wednesday, let us know where you're working. Your chance to win some freebies, courtesy of GameDay Men's Health. Have you ever known anybody that's won anything from like a sweepstakes? I'm not talking lottery. I'm not talking, casino. I'm talking like a Publishers Clearinghouse or maybe one of those, maybe like, think of like the back of a Ritz box, right? They're doing some sort of mail-in with the UPC code type thing, and
where you get a decoder in the mail, and then
well, no, where you have a chance to win one of, think of like the Pepsi bottles. You twist them off, and there's something other than the average prizes, right?
No.
Which is a free fry or a free soda. I'm talking like a major prize, like something. No,
it is fun when I get to call people and let them know that they won things, from concert tickets to all sorts of, and they're, I never win anything is almost what everybody says every single time. I never win anything.
But no, you don't know.
I don't have any stories of anybody who's been like, oh my gosh, you won that? No.
There's a guy in England told his wife to stop entering these kind of contests, right? Sick of it. It's been years. Probably been entering these stupid idiot contests.
Right, sending this,
mailers,
that,
right? All this stuff,
clip
right?
This and fill it out, send it in for your chance.
Been telling her for years. She, of course, did not listen.
I'm still doing that for years.
What wife listens to her husband? She paid $30 for a big charity raffle and ended up winning a $6 million house on a lake on a $30 bet.
There was a knock at the door. The next thing I know, Mace is telling me I've won a £4.5 million house. That morning, we've been talking about downsizing, and now we've upsized. I've been entering for 4 years, and he's been moaning at me for 4 years, and now we're millionaires. I'm really glad I don't listen to him.
And I'm very glad you don't listen to me as well.
We haven't decided long-term what we're going to do yet, but we are certainly going to enjoy it. And thanks to the £250,000, that will enable us to stay here and not have to worry about anything for many years.
So not only did they get the house on the lake, but apparently they also scored $300,000 in cash. They're obviously in England, so it's pounds as opposed to dollars. But they've been married 38 years, and she told the reporter, this is precisely why I never listen to my husband. Nicola Dickinson winning that lake home, and it's actually really nice. I mean, there's pictures of it and everything. I mean, it's a beautiful house. Right there on the lake. It's got a little, you got to see this thing. I mean, it's got, not only does it have this beautiful yard there with the stone and the brick and the wall, but then it's got this like beautiful little on the water patio boat dock thing going over here on the corner. It's amazing. Grandmother 3 said the life-changing win is precisely why I never listen to my husband. She won the latest Omaze £1 million house draw. Now the proud owner of a stunning 5-bedroom Lake District property, complete with its own private lake.
I'd buy a ticket for $30 for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're doing charity and you have a chance to win a house. Do I sign up online for the HGTV Dream Home contest that I know I'm never going to win? Yes.
Oh, I've signed up for a few of those. Watch 25 movies at Christmas and get paid 25.
Yeah.
I never get them, but yeah. So years of her husband telling her that this is a fool's errand, and here they are now.
Yeah,
with
but
this.
it's charity and you're buying a $30 ticket. It's going to something, and then you could win. I'm taking those odds.
Her husband Martin had been telling her that she would never win in a million years, and now here they are, the owners of a new lake house. Beautiful lake house too. I'm kind of jealous, got to be honest. Elsewhere, a Navy rescue swimmer is just the guy you want.
If you need to be rescued while swimming?
On the job when you need to be rescued while you're in the water. This is at Virginia Beach.
Heck yeah.
Right place, right time. Saved a woman from drowning last week. She apparently drove her SUV off a pier. It seems like it might have been on purpose. The guy's name is Jeremy Way. He was sitting down for lunch at a nearby restaurant, heard it all go down, dropped everything, jumped in the water, and got her out just in time.
Just happened to be at the right place at the right time. I'd already been taking my phone and my wallet, my knife out of my pocket. Once I confirmed there was a person, and I just dove right in. She no longer could unlock it. She tried picking it with her fingers and tried to unlock the door, but it wasn't working. The car was completely underwater.
Oh,
she finally came out, and I did some kind of what I've always been taught, some rescue swimmer techniques. Threw her in a cross chest carry, threw her on my hip, and swam towards the pylons. And the other gentleman, I don't know what he does or what he did, but he's the real reason she's there.
Yeah, so obviously very cold, shirtless, on the hood of the car, trying to smash the windshield out to get at this woman, not working. Meanwhile, the car is submerging. There's video of this whole thing. There's a ton of people around, broad daylight. Jeremy Way dining at Bubba's on the shore. Last Friday, heard a loud crash. Car had driven off the boat ramp and into the water. After confirming that there was actually somebody inside the vehicle, he sprang into action. Said, I knew it was going to be cold. I think the air temperature was 29 degrees at the time. Got to the driver, realized the situation was even worse. Trapped inside the vehicle, visibly distressed, initially refusing to unlock the doors. Again, seems like she drove into the water on purpose, maybe, in a suicide attempt. And water pouring into the SUV, time running out. He continued to encourage her while others fought to break the glass. Eventually, as the vehicle got underwater, the group managed to free her just in time. And this guy, again, Navy rescue swimmer, knew exactly what to do, went in the water and got her out and got her back to safety. Everybody involved in the rescue made it out of the water safely. The driver, along with 2 Good Samaritans, taken to a hospital after injuries that were not considered serious. He believes there was a deeper reason he happened to be there. He said, I came out to get some lunch. I am an aviation rescue swimmer. I was here for a reason, so others may live. It's our motto. Doing the damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
This guy.
Stepping up.
Pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
It's Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. We've got some 3 Days Grace in just a bit. More of your text messages as well. rockmornings.com to get in touch with us.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Start your day with Rock Mornings.
Take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more.
Some ways to stay relevant at your job with AI taking over. What do you do? How do you become a valuable member of the team so that they don't can your ass and replace you with free AI?
Okay, who's this advice from? Is this just tips to stay relevant, or this is like...
According to a new report, 92% of companies, that's a lot, plan to increase their investments in AI over the next 2 to 3 years. That's companies across the board as well.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter if you're a construction company, you're working on Wall Street, you're a radio station, a McDonald's, it doesn't matter. 92% of companies, according to a new report, plan on increasing their investments in AI over the next couple of years. Some tips to stay ahead of the curve if you're a human being.
Okay.
Number one, verify you're a human being by identifying all the sidewalks and crosswalks in this picture.
Or bicycles.
Streetlights.
What's this? Which
Isn't
one
it
has
streetlights? I got to verify to a computer that I am a human.
Yeah.
That was my little addition to the list here. But number one, they say be proactive. Don't wait for the company to help you get up to speed with AI. Employers are rapidly implementing AI technology, but not many are providing support to their employees. Go figure. So it's on you to figure it out.
Get some fluency
Training.
in that, with research and workflow.
Number two, stop, collaborate, and listen.
Ooh, I like this one.
Collaborate with your coworkers who are familiar with AI. There's one way to obviously become more familiar with it. Even if you've been doing the same job for a while, you can still likely learn something from your younger coworkers who might have more experience in using AI. Some ways to stay relevant at your job with AI taking over everything. Use your human abilities to your advantage. What are your human abilities, Gene?
Creativity, probably.
I can walk around.
Thinking.
I can go to the restroom. I can eat snacks out of the vending machine. Ooh, empathy, not really. AI may be able to do some aspects of your job, but it doesn't have all the human qualities that you bring to work, like cupcakes and free pizza, right? Bringing those leftover Super Bowl snacks.
Maybe some jokes.
Inappropriate jokes, kicking out who's going to fix the door if you don't kick it out the bottom part of it, right? Who's going to fix that? Right? It definitely, AI definitely struggles with things like good judgment, nuance, and empathy, so use that to your advantage. Some ways to stay relevant at your job as AI takes over. Good luck. I think there's an active rock station similar to ours in Iowa somewhere nearby that actually has an AI bot doing a shift. Not the only one either. There's probably several, but there's also a bunch of AI music on the charts. The Spotify charts, there's like a bunch of AI music on there. It's crazy. AI's taking over. We're letting it happen. We're engaging with AI. We're letting it happen. We're letting it take over and form Skynet and to our own demise. And we're supposed to just be okay with that.
Take maybe a course to stay relevant. Maybe there's some sort of a course that can
Our boss thinks that I'm going to do AI. Like he legitimately thinks, like, we had a meeting a month or two ago and he showed me this and I'm like, dude, I'm not going to do that at all. That's not going to happen for me.
So hone your empathy skills, Brian, and more cupcakes. Is that?
I don't have any empathy, really, honestly. I don't know if that exists. Got a text from Roxy in the 715, said delivering body parts for LKQ from Eau Claire to La Crosse and the surrounding areas. Thank you, Roxy. Drive safely out there. Be on the lookout for polar bears. Could be some penguins, right?
Cold.
Jason working at Train, running machines and building chillers. Can you spin some Manson? I can, actually, and I'll do that here right now. Marilyn Manson. For Jason, working at Train, making chillers. Don't know if we need those today, but sometime in the summer.
Got to plan ahead, Brian. Work ahead.
Can you put one of those Train things on an average house?
I think they make home-sized units, but...
I know they do, but...
oh, you mean like...
Can I get it this cold
like
in my house?
Monster-sized...
With a monster-sized air conditioning unit from Train? As opposed to the...
Right, that's built for like a hospital, but it's only for your house.
Yeah. No?
I don't know if they can hook that up. I don't know if that's legal.
Jason, enjoy your Marilyn Manson.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find the daily podcast at rockmornings.com.
Here are some fun facts for International Sweatpants Day. Sweatpants are the second most popular outfit with Walmart shoppers. Number one, of course, is no pants. Sweatpants with juicy across the butt are a great way to let others know that you have several DUIs. Sweatpants were invented when a clothing designer realized people are too lazy to fasten belts. The difference between sweatpants and pajama pants is that wearing sweatpants in public is only kind of sad. Enjoy your International Sweatpants Day.
International Sweatpants Day, Gene.
I don't know, man. I embrace the hell out of that. I have what I like to call my pre-jammies, which is when I get home from work, I change into comfy clothes that aren't my pajamas, but they're damn clothes. They're either sweatpants or there's some sort of flannel or they're fleece-lined in the winter.
Appetizer to the entree?
It's the pre-jammies.
Yeah.
It's work and then pre-jammies and then jammies. Yeah, so I embrace the hell out of that comfort.
Yeah, I'll wear sweatpants if I'm going to be outside for a lengthy period of time in the winter, like shoveling or whatever, but that's about it. I don't...
They're perfect.
Always wear shorts.
They're perfect.
I have shorts on at the house. International Sweatpants Day, National Cheesy Socks Day. One of these people that always wears the weird socks. National Hug Your Puppy Day.
That's easy to do.
That's an everyday occurrence. And also One-Liner Day. You got any one-liners?
I don't.
I do, but I can't say them on the radio.
Yes,
They're completely 100% inappropriate.
If you've got one to share with us, let us know.
National One-Liner Day, along with International Sweatpants Day. Bucks are at home tonight against the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's an 8:30 tip-off on ESPN. The Badgers play tomorrow night at Penn State, I should say. Tip-off 6 p.m. tomorrow night on FS1. You heard of Arc Raiders? You familiar with the video game? Your kid's not living with you, right? Or he is, but he's not.
Yeah, I guess I don't.
He does computer gaming though. Right now, he's moved on from Xbox and PlayStations. Well, Arc Raiders has become one of the most popular video games on the planet. Many hopping on in search of goop. In Topside, several celebrities have started streaming their experience on the game. Bengals wide receiver Jamar Chase is one of them. It also appears that Micah Parsons of the Green Bay Packers, who is going to be laid up for a while recovering from his injury,
is also about that.
Is also about that life. However, he is looking to sort of cheat the system. In case you haven't heard, Micah Parsons joining the group of those who have played Arc Raiders, but he wants some help. Packers pass rusher going on social media yesterday said it was his first time playing the video game on Xbox and that he needed someone to, quote, carry me. He obviously has some time to work on his skills in his first season with the Packers. NFC wildcard loss to the Bears. The Packers star hopped on Twitter, or X, formerly known as Twitter, and complained that he simply doesn't have enough time to grind. But it's like, dude, you're going to be out with an injury and recovering and all that stuff for a while.
Months. Isn't it months?
Yes. He then jokingly claimed that he was willing to pay someone $500 to play 100 hours of the game on his account. So to get him up to the skill level.
Have thousands of people willing to do that.
He said, quote, bro, I can't spend 100 hours on Arc Raiders to grind. I got $500 for someone to grind it for me.
Dude, thousands of people will take him up on that.
Yeah, mixed emotions. Some people pointed out how little pay that would be. Others seem to be willing to accept the offer for Micah Parsons. One person commenting, $5 an hour, sick tweet about your online sweatshop, bro. One person said, I got you, man. Hit the DMs.
I was just going to say,
Another
Stay
person
inside and play video games for an athlete.
While you're recovering from an injury.
And get paid.
Another person said, play the game, you bum.
Right. This is the easy way out, right? They're making it. He's paying somebody else to.
Ronnie 2K ain't here to make you a 99 overall for free. Another user explained, I love you, Micah, but this is what makes Arc fun and special. It won't be that fun if you don't go through the process of actually playing the game. Somebody else commented on his post saying, not being pay to win isn't a downside, bro. IMO, every game doesn't have to be a sweaty grind. Play when you can and just enjoy it as you go. One fan, of course, pointing out, multiple fans, but one in particular said, bro, all you got is time right now. Yeah. Micah Parsons out there looking for someone to grind for him on Arc Raiders. $100 or $500 for 100 hours of grinding. Well, then you get to walk around and tell everybody, I played as
That's
Micah
what I'm saying. That's what
maybe get some signed merch, right? Can you Hey, I'll
you develop a relationship, I'm guessing, at some point.
Well,
you're playing as him.
Instead of the $500, how about you just give me a signed jersey and we'll call it Even Stevens, and then I'll sell that bad boy at some point and make my loot. Yeah, he also complained on Twitter that Arc Raiders didn't have a way to purchase in-game currency or perks. Video game enthusiast blasting the 5-time Pro Bowler, pointing out that he's upset about not being able to pay to win. Wow. There's nothing wrong with that. He's an important guy. He's got a lot of stuff going on in his life. He wants to play. He just doesn't want to grind. So if you've got...
he wants to start at a higher level. He wants somebody else to do all the grunt work.
If you got a person in your family that likes Arc Raiders and has a lot of time on their hands and they want to play for Micah Parsons, then maybe let them know. Micah Parsons looking for somebody on Twitter to grind. It's Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Weekdays, 6 to 9.
That is one of the bands that'll be at the La Crosse Center this weekend for the Riverfront Revolt of Mice and Men. They're playing on Saturday night with Chevelle, Nonpoint, and Amira El-Feki. Tickets available at lacrossecenter.com or at the box office. Of course, on Friday night,
it's
311 with Lit and Sick Puppies. Going to be hanging out with Office Cora on Saturday nights. Might put her on the crowd, the little crowd surfing with Office Cora. Get her up there. No?
Sounds like her jam. It does.
Riverfront Revolt coming to town this weekend. Get your tickets online at lacrossecenter.com. Just Google Riverfront Revolt for details.
Seats, GA, there's stage front, a variety of tickets for both days, Friday and Saturday.
Got a text from Naomi, who said about a mile outside of La Crescent past the mobile gas station towards Hoka, there's a white truck that just slid down the right side into the ditch and got stuck, so be careful driving. Yeah. Got a bunch of texts from people about the AI DJ. One from somebody in Iowa said the rock station you're talking about is from Iowa's Rock 108 out of Cedar Rapids. They call it DJ Tory. Maggie in Prairie du Chien said the station with the AI DJ is Rock 108 out of Waterloo. Noticeable that she's not a human. Yeah, one of the guys who works there actually is an old boss of mine from years ago. This is the guy with the lazy eye that I told you about?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so not to pump anybody's tires here. That's not usually what we do. But there's a guy on Rock 108. I don't know if it's out of Cedar Rapids or Waterloo, but it's in Iowa somewhere. And his name is Russ. And when I worked at Rock 101 in Manchester, New Hampshire, many, many years ago before I moved here to Wisconsin, I had a boss who fired me. Rightfully so. I had done some stuff that I needed to get fired for. Earned it, right? Earned it. And then I was sort of milling around for a few months doing this, that, and the other thing. And then she left the company, and Russ took over as the program director. And when he came on, I went and applied again. Somebody that I know that, I still had friends that worked there. And so they said, hey, Russ is the new PD. You should apply and blah, blah, blah. So ended up applying. And when I had my first interview with Russ, the guy who works at Rock 108, he's got a lazy eye. And when I walked and look, dude, I think when you have a lazy eye, you probably realize right away people are trying to figure it out. And so he, right, the first thing he says to me, I said, hey, I'm Brian. He said, hey, I'm Russ. He said, pick an eye and go with it. And I just started laughing because obviously I was trying to figure out which eye is working and which one isn't. And ended up working for him for a little while at Rock 101, and then he fired me as well.
Oh, okay. He went to Iowa? No.
He works at that Rock 108 in Iowa now.
Got it.
So
okay.
I haven't it's weird that I haven't run into him personally
in all these years.
In all the years. He's only been there, I think, for maybe a decade or so, but I haven't run into him anywhere. They did have a guy that was at Rockfest from their station like a year ago, and like I was hanging out with Lou Brutus and Randy Hawk, and we were up by the Bud Light Who's on Top stage, and ran into this guy. I think his name's Ned, and I think, he was tenting in his first year at Rockfest. Yeah, all by himself. I was watching some of his videos, and I was like, dude, you don't know how bad you got it.
I think it is DJ Tory out of Waterloo.
Okay. AI DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Could happen to us, Gene. Replace us with AI. Probably will. If the company can save some money, they'll do it. Got a text from Colton. Said, I got a picture with Russ at a Falling in Reverse show in Cedar Rapids a couple of years ago. Great guy. Yeah.
He's a great guy.
He was nice to me. We didn't have any issues.
Good working relationship.
I got fired of my own accord. It wasn't like I didn't earn those firings. No, I never. It was not a bad will type thing, but yeah, the lazy eye thing threw me for a loop the first time I met him. And me and my buddy Chad, who used to work at the station, who does voiceovers now, Chad Erickson, Russ would always, he kind of like that, and so he always had this weird way of talking,
like a villain in a.
It just was kind of a sound he made. It was kind of a weird sound he made occasionally, and we just would always.
He's a bad guy.
Well, you sit around when they're not there, and you crack and joke. Anyways, interesting side effect about weight loss drugs.
Okay.
So we know Ozempic can make you poop the bed, right? Apparently, right? That's the deal. Wasn't that sort of a side effect?
I think.
Like you could have bathroom problems from taking Ozempic?
Let's just say
Loose
that.
stools?
Let's just say that.
Gene said it, not me.
I did.
Gene said
Gastro issues, that's a thing, vomiting or
any kind of drug. They're always like, what is it?
They might as well just say those things. Nausea,
infection of the perineum, the skin between the anus and the scrotum, right? That always tends to be in the commercials. There's also now this new, it's Ozempic neck. Have you seen this?
Yes.
That's just from losing so much weight in your face and your skin's loose now, and it's just going to be turkey neck. You're going to be
heartburn, some acid reflux, maybe.
Okay. Is that from the shots or the pills or either or?
Maybe some redness or itching at the injection site.
Lots of different side effects possible with the weight loss drugs that are available now, whether it's Mounjaro or Ozempic or whatever. New report says that one of the more interesting ways that we'll see some side effects is with airlines. A new report says that weight loss drugs could save the airlines $580 million annually in fuel costs because the passengers won't be so fat.
So the overall weight of the plane is less, so therefore it takes less fuel, so therefore there's savings, and they're going to pass those on to us.
No, of course not. They're going to reap the benefits.
Okay, I was just going to say.
In fact, they may make the rows smaller and tighter and try to pack more seats in there. Now that we don't have to have
larger seats.
New analysis from Jefferies Research Services says drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy could result in a society that is 10% slimmer. And if that happens, total passenger weight across flights would fall by about 2%. That reduction would translate into roughly 1.5% of fuel savings for airliners, which translates into big dollars. $580 million. Of course, the only thing more unreliable than Americans losing weight is airlines being on time and not losing your checked luggage, which we, of course, now have to pay extra for, along with our meals and internet and individual seats. They're not going to pass those savings on to us. There's no way they're going to do that. No business does that. But they could, if you have smaller people, maybe add a seat or two here and there.
And apparently the huge pipeline of new medications that are coming, because like you said, the oral medicine was just approved. Apparently it's just if they're going to be rolling out.
More oral or
just...
There's a HIMSS version too, right?
All things are, being developed, and apparently the GLP-1 drugs, those drugs account for more than 7% of all prescriptions in the United States now.
Well, yeah, people are desperate to lose weight.
That's 7% of all prescriptions.
You've never been fat. You don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
I'm pretty...
You're not fat, bro.
Yes.
It's so funny when people who aren't fat try to tell fat people that they're fat. You have no idea what it's like to be fat, other than being pregnant. You are not fat. You have zero clue. This is a person talking from experience, because I thought I was fat 10 years ago. Now I am fat, and I realize I was an idiot. I've said this before. You are not fat. I'll never convince you of that, and that's fine. I realize, mostly because you're crazy and you're a woman, but you're not fat.
Well, 7% of all prescriptions in the United States right now, and that's not moving forward. What's that going to be by the end of 2026?
Doc texted in, said yes, it was Ned. Thank you, Doc. Appreciate that. Jason, who was working over at Train and wanted to hear that, Manson said, P.S. Our chillers are for hospitals and big microchip places
that's what I said.
to further support the AI Skynet. LOL. I said that I know that. I said that's why I want one at my house to keep it super duper cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not going to be putting one of those things on my roof. I don't think.
Mm-mm.
We've got bad news, happy music to get to. We're going to talk about kids and swearing. Gene has a very famous story about H-Man dropping an F-bomb.
I do.
Maybe revisit that. Like to revisit that story. We'll do that in just a bit.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
They called them bad words, dirty, filthy, foul, vile, vulgar, coarse, in poor taste, unseemly, street talk, gutter talk, locker room language, barracks talk, bawdy, naughty, saucy, raunchy, rude, crude, lewd, lascivious, indecent, profane, obscene, blue, off-color, risque, suggestive, cursing, cussing, swearing.
Swearing. Kids swear. And it's always funny when they swear.
Little kids, you mean?
I don't care. All kids. It's hilarious to hear those words come out of their mouth. Especially when they're little.
Yes.
They don't quite grasp what the word means.
Yes.
They know it has impact, though, because adults always laugh when kids swear. Or react in some way, shape, or form.
Some reaction.
That gets
Might be
them
shock or
to want to
whatever.
repeat it. Which is what they like to do. Which is what happened to Gene. With the H-Man when he was, 5, 6 years old?
Kindergarten.
And it was,
So 5.
4 or 5 years old, and it was based around some football games, apparently.
Well, that first one was, I was doing dishes at the kitchen sink, and he was sitting at the table having some snacks after school, and he said, "Hey, Mom, F word means being naked." I'm like, oh, my goodness. Well, kindergarten's a thing, isn't it? Like, where'd you learn that? Somebody told me, whatever, so we talked about that, but the F word means being naked, and he was like
Not
a week
far
into
off.
school, right?
Not far off. Not far off.
Close, but then the other one was, I swore during a Packer game, and he remembered it like months later and was like, I already heard that word. Mom said it at the Packer game, and he knew the exact score, who they were playing, what date it was on, and like it was etched in his memory. But
Well, yeah, that's such a unique word to say, especially when Mom doesn't say it very often.
correct.
You can probably sense the emotion in the air.
We really censored our language. We did when they were little. I mean, that was an exception, obviously, but we did, and we expected to not have them use that language. Then they get to a certain age when they're teenagers, and
Nothing you can do.
you're just at a different relationship point with them, and you know what's going on, you know what's happening in their world, and so used appropriately, not constantly or whatever. It just becomes. At least in our house, it just became acceptable for certain situations.
We have a coworker who has a very unique way of dealing with his kids cursing. The boys can say it with dad as much as and as often as they'd like, but they cannot say it when mom's around. And apparently mom is aware of this rule. And they've come to an agreement on that. But when they're around dad, they can drop whatever swear they want.
Probably not around grandma either,
No.
right? There's
But
right?
only when
Not
it's
at
just them. Only when
school.
it's just them and dad.
Yeah.
It seems like you're hogging all the laughs for yourself. Isn't that the funny part of it? But where do these kids pick up the swearing, Gene? Where do they get it from?
Well, like I just told you this story, that it was like 2 weeks after he started school. So other kids, for sure.
A poll asking parents of kids 6 to 17 years old about their attitudes and their issues with kids swearing. 47% of parents, almost half of parents, say that profanity is never okay. I remember the first time I called my dad an a-hole. He was chasing me down for a beating. I was probably about, 10 or 11 years old, and I went into the bathroom because it had a lock on the door. And so I closed the door and I locked it, and then I called him an a-hole through the door and told him to leave me alone. I said, leave me alone, you a-hole. and he kicked the door in behind me, and I went flying into the toilet and bashed my head pretty good, and then he still beat me. So
my parents never swore. I remember the first time I ever heard my mom, she was kind of having a discussion with my dad, and it was heated, and she said, "That's a rat's ass, Jim." And I was like, oh, my God, what is happening here? What is that? Are they getting a divorce? What is going on? It was crazy.
Both of my parents, much like me, were very prolific swearers, especially when driving. That's where I picked up most of my naughty language.
So is it from, like, other people, obviously, their parents, other kids?
We'll get to that. 35% of parents in this study, in this poll, say they feel it depends on the situation, whether or not the swearing is appropriate. 12% think it depends on the word itself.
Correct.
Right? Some are not as bad as other and egregious. And then 6% of parents say that swear words are no big deal. It's part of language. It might be a teaching moment, right? One of those things. Parents of teenagers more likely to say it depends on the situation, while the parents of younger kids are more likely to say that swearing is never cool.
Right.
Obviously, you don't want that popping up in church when you're there getting the kid blessed or something.
What is the word? Who's it being used around? The context, where?
Most parents claim their child never, which is 44% of parents, claim that their child never or rarely, which is 32% of parents, uses profanity. However, 24% of parents in this poll say that if their child swears occasionally or frequently.
Yeah, it's more common for older kids, I think, versus younger kids.
And then we get to the why, right? Why do they do it? 41% of people in this poll say their kids are using bad words out of habit. 37% say it's to fit in with the other kids, right? Like I was at school and the cool kid is saying these words, and so I'm trying to say these words too. This one is, I feel like this should be higher. 36% of kids say they're trying to be funny, which again is, when you hear the kids say the bad word, you're kind of like, oh my God, what did you say? And then 21% of people in this poll say that the kids are just trying to get attention by dropping the bad words. Phil, are you on the phone? Are we talking to you live here? What's going on?
Oh, we will be in 30.
Oh, we got 30 seconds? Well, we wanted to call...
No, we'll be live in 30, but we're going to be live and live, so don't say f***.
Don't say it.
And then he said it.
I know he did.
I should have told him we were live. 27% of people in the poll say it's just the way the kids talk these days. Is that true?
I don't know. I think every household's got their different expectations, and then they decide what's acceptable and clear and what is that consistent response to that. And, some people don't allow it. I think it just it depends on the household.
Last but not least, where do the kids learn it? 65% of parents in the survey think their kid learns profanity from their friends or classmates.
Yeah, and social media too has been a boom with that. The amount of it over the course of time and the different platforms, and
yeah,
they're
so much more language coming at you now as opposed to just in person at school. You're getting it on social media.
What are you gonna do for me? What do you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna save the day.
Yeah, get them from movies, song lyrics, obviously very impactful. 58% of parents in the polls say that the kids got it from popular media, as you mentioned, social media or movies or
one
songs.
in every 10 words on a study on social media. 1 out of every 10 words is a swear word.
And 45% of parents admit that they probably learned how to swear from hearing it from mom and dad.
Hey, wait a second. Are you that guy that the pie?
Kids and cursing, man, they pick it up everywhere. It's all over the place. Those song lyrics will really, that's... When I was young, very young, in my 10, 11, 12 years, and you would get a CD
and you'd hear
or a mixtape from a buddy of yours, something you heard, and you'd be like, oh, that's what those are. That's what those words are.
I ran into the shop.
You screaming Johnny effing Damon, I think, is what you were saying.
Yeah, I did a little bit of that. Johnny effing Damon.
That was a bar. There wasn't any kids there.
No, shouldn't have been.
Curse jar.
You guys have a curse jar?
No, but I know lots of people that do.
Kids and swearing, always funny. We went out with Scrady that one time to the Speedway. I told you that.
His son was his little
Nolan,
baby son.
I don't know how old he was. He was probably 6, 7. I don't know. I never know how old kids are. But he was young, and then I don't know where it came from. My wife will remember this better than I will, but he wanted to know what the word dicks means. Yeah. I think someone just screamed dicks, and I just couldn't stop laughing. And, of course, I'm the bad uncle, so I just told him what it meant. And then later on in the parking lot when we were leaving, Nolan screamed out, "See you later, dicks!" It was so freaking funny.
I don't know shit about fuck.
Yeah. A lot of swearing going on there. Yeah. So funny. And hey, come on now. Don't say that. You can't say that.
Right. Don't be listening to Uncle Brian.
Yeah, definitely don't listen to me. I could teach your kids some bad words. That's for dang sure. It's Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. We got bad news, happy music coming up in just a bit. Right now, it's POD.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. More from Brian and Gene is coming up.
What's the first rule of Fight Club, Gene? You should know this one.
I don't think that you're supposed to talk about it.
What's the second rule?
I also think you should keep your mouth shut about
The
it.
first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club. The second rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.
Yeah. I don't think this was a fight club, but these people didn't get any kind of messages about anything because a youth travel baseball tournament.
Was this 100 people?
Erupted into a bench-clearing brawl last Saturday, leaving a 21-year-old umpire hospitalized and 3 people arrested. We're not talking about just some guys yelling and screaming and belly bumping in the parking lot. We're talking about beatdowns here. This is in Winter Haven. Officers called at about 6:30. Chain of Lakes Park Complex baseball fields on Cypress Gardens Boulevard, where they found the injured umpire and his father who had been watching from the stands. You're there with your kid who's working the games as an umpire, and then all of a sudden it goes into a crazy madness, and your kid's getting beat up.
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Like 100 people involved in this thing, too, wasn't it?
Police say the confrontation began after the umpire issued a verbal warning to Marcos Antonio Abali, one of the coaches from Kissimmee. Moments later, the umpire's father was approached by a man named Yosmani Guzman Fernandez, also of Kissimmee, who was upset about the warning. So this guy's going after the umpire's dad in the stands. Fernandez, who is a father of the player on the team who got the warning, pushed the man and punched him in the face. This is the dad of the umpire. According to a news release, the umpire left the field to intervene after seeing his dad being attacked, but was punched from behind by Abali, the coach for the Kissimmee team, causing this umpire to fall to the ground. Members of Abali's team then emptied the dugout, joined in the fight. A witness attempted to shield the umpire, was also struck. Fernandez's 17-year-old son, a player on the team, allegedly kicked the umpire while he was on the ground. That's some really awesome homeschooling you're doing there, teaching these kids to kick umpires when they're on the ground after you punch them from behind. Witnesses pulled him away. Police say he immediately re-entered the fight. Ultimately, the umpire was taken to a hospital for treatment. His father declined medical attention. Absolutely no room for parents to ruin what should be a great showcase of sports talent during these tournaments.
Jeez.
Said the chief of police down there. These talented players should be in the spotlight, not the actions of these instigators. But yeah, a big, huge brawl involving tons of players and coaches, umpires, and people in the stands, and just...
And nobody during that is like, what are we doing here?
No.
What is happening?
The mob goes wild. Crowd attracts a crowd. I mean, you look at anything that's happening in Minneapolis, you know, it's just all it takes is just a little bit of a gust of wind on a spark, and next thing you know, you got a full-blown forest fire.
Umpire's still hospitalized?
Yeah. Crazy. These people should all just be banned for life. I just, ban them forever. Like, never give them an option. Like, you messed around. You FAFO'd. You
can't go to kids' sporting events anymore?
No more suspending, no more written warnings, no more. Just, first offense, you're out of here. See you later. You can't be in these things.
Attacking a umpire or a ref.
I mean, it's
or
egregious.
A coach.
It's disgusting.
Yes.
It's egregious. And look, I'm all for players getting into dust-ups on the field. That's between the players. That's their stuff. That's their code. But, like, when you start involving the umpires, right, or the referees, and then their parents in the stands, and the kids are getting involved and kicking umpires when they're on the ground, I mean, what are we doing? What are we even doing? It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely crazy. Ban those kids and those coaches forever from being a part of any sort of sporting event. You just had all of your rights revoked from that. You can't be in reality with the rest of us. You can't handle your emotions.
Well, you can't coach youth sports anymore.
What are you doing?
No.
It's insane. Now, if the umpire had swung at the coach with a bat or thrown a ball at him in the face and the coach responds, I would understand that completely. But the umpire just issued a warning. to the coach, and next thing you know, he's getting punched from behind by the coach of the team, and then the guy's kid who's on the team is coming out and kicking the umpire while he's on the ground. What the hell? That's some psycho family stuff right there. Bad news, happy music. Surprisingly, that's not a part of it, but we'll get to some more bad news here in just a bit.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
You're about to enter a beautiful, exciting, wonderful new world.
A cockroach living in your nostril.
Now that's just nasty.
Add in some haven't pooped for 30 days.
Poop is raining from the ceilings. Poop.
And sprinkle in some hashtag Florida Man for flavor.
Florida Man.
Florida Man.
Florida Man.
Florida Man.
Florida Man.
Florida Man.
Florida Man quits his Burger King job, steals all of their chicken nuggets.
It's bad news.
Bad news.
With happy music.
Let's rock.
Woman in Texas arrested.
Pew, 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 pew,
No,
pew,
no,
pew,
no,
pew,
no.
pew, pew.
This is in Jacksonville, Texas. Didn't realize there was a Jacksonville, Texas.
No clothes, lack of clothes.
No. She was on a video call with an inmate at one of the prisons there in the Jacksonville, Texas area, and got arrested after she was seen smoking meth during the video call. Not clear if the call was recorded or if somebody was watching it in real time. My guess is they probably keep an eye on those things in case there's something going on. But they saw the 43-year-old woman named Jessica Wolf smoking meth during the video call with an inmate. Cops showed up at her home several days later with a warrant. They arrested her for possession of a controlled substance with intent to deliver, along with possession of marijuana. She also had a gun in the home, and she's got a record, so that is a whole other situation.
Stacks up, doesn't it?
Tacked on a charge for unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. Not clear who she was video chatting with, but maybe they'll get some face-to-face time now that she is probably going to go to prison herself.
I'm here to tell you about drugs and alcohol and why they're bad, okay?
Spotted smoking meth during the video visit with an inmate currently incarcerated in the county jail.
Doesn't know it's being videotaped?
Or monitored. I mean, phone calls are monitored, right? You have a collect call from an inmate at the so-and-so. I guess in the video. It's probably getting monitored as well. Kudos to this guy for grabbing what he had available to him at the time when someone broke into his house. Got to be honest, you see this in movies and TV shows quite often. I bet it feels real good to hit a home home intruder. Someone breaks into your house over the head with a pan.
Oh, yeah.
A guy in Washington State used a frying pan to thwart a home invasion at his home last week. 61-year-old man and his 15-year-old daughter inside the residence at the time. This was at about 2:30 in the morning.
Whop! Just hits him in the head with that sound from, like, cartoons.
Police say the intruder had armed himself with a kitchen knife when he broke into the home. The homeowner grabbed a frying pan in self-defense. Suspect charging the homeowner out in the front yard, stabbed him in the leg. The man defended himself with the frying pan. Suspect sustained serious injuries as the men fought outside. Suspect also had some stab wounds, so I don't know if this guy got the knife from him. The guy that owns the house got the knife and stabbed him as well as hit him with the frying pan. One of the detectives there in Seattle said he was in a life or death circumstance and he ended up surviving. Obviously, he sustained a serious injury, but he fought for his life and he survived.
I really want to go say hello to my neighbor for the fight back. I think that it sounded pretty heroic. So that was, I was glad to hear that he and his daughter were not harmed.
Did sound heroic.
You want to come into my house where my 15-year-old daughter is with a knife? Guess what, brah? This is... Dude, imagine that. Hitting that guy right off the head with a frying pan, just wham! The girl, of course, getting in touch with 911 during the break-in. They were on their way. Firefighters treated the homeowner for stab wounds, taken to a local hospital. Suspect under arrest, residential burglary, felony assault. Neighbors very surprised to hear about the break-in, but we're thankful the guy is going to be okay. We got some heavy pans, too. We got the ones with, like, the thick bottom, you know what I mean? Like, those big, heavy metal. Oh, God. I would cave someone's skull in with one of those things, man.
Grabbed what was handy. Close.
Now, granted, that wouldn't be the first thing I would go to in my house
in the kitchen
to
and
protect
he was
myself.
there.
I have several other things to protect myself with in my home, but should that ever arise, I would take great pleasure from beating some criminal off the side of the head with my frying pan. Bong. I don't know if I'd grab the wok. We have a wok as well. Bigger, probably.
Bigger, but
well, it's got that
almost
nice sound. Imagine the sound that thing makes when you hit somebody off the skull. As
Typically a lighter metal.
Easier to swing.
That's true. Easier.
Bigger as well. It's got a little more reach. Not as, like those heavy pans, you got to make sure you got a good grip on them or else they could spin on you or something like that. That wok, though, man, just boom. It would like. That'd be great. Wouldn't mind that one. A couple more Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Bad news, happy music. Another guy who cannot control his emotions. I don't know. What is Bojangles? Is that a chicken place?
Some sort of
like
restaurant.
a Chick-fil-A or a Popeyes or something like that, or is that more of like a burgers and
a fast food restaurant?
I'm pretty sure it's a fast food or a chain restaurant, right? Bojangles, mostly in the South.
Fried chicken.
Okay. This is in Charlottesville, Virginia. A 45-year-old man angered over receiving an incorrect food order has now been arrested for threatening to blow up the Bojangles on New Year's Day.
Chicken combo sandwich.
Anthony Scott is his name. He's now being held in jail on charges of threatening to bomb, burn, destroy, or discharge a firearm at a building and possession of a firearm by a previously convicted felon. The mayor, the police down there say we take all threats of violence seriously, regardless of what may have prompted them. Threats like these are thoroughly investigated, and as this case shows, can result in serious charges. The Bojangles staff reported to the cops that they had been receiving threatening phone calls. So this guy got his order, went home, and was like in the midst of eating it, and then got mad.
It was like, hey, man, I didn't want that. I wanted fries, not potato rounds. This is a spicy chicken sandwich, not the original.
Detectives were able to identify the suspect, and then about a couple days later, they executed a search warrant and arrested this guy over an incorrect order at the chicken joint, Bojangles.
I saw a lady once when my son was working at a sandwich shop. She went off about an incorrect order and was all jumping across the counter. Didn't actually jump, but kind of leaning in and screaming, yelling, and throwing things and hitting things. It was unbelievable because a sandwich was wrong.
We should be able to hit those people. Ugh, with a kendo stick.
Terrible.
Some kind of stick.
My God.
Like a non-lethal. Can we get a non-lethal stick?
Concerned that there was people watching.
Oh no,
her,
they don't care.
I mean?
Yeah, I don't care if they have problems, either mental problems. If you start acting like that in the store, around other people that are acting normal, we should be able to hit you with a kendo
and then she
stick.
left. I saw her leave, and she got in a van full of kids, right? And took this order home, and it was like, oh my God.
I'd take a good kendo stick, just wha-bam! Hit him in the back of the knee or something like that. Take him out. Last but not least, bad news and happy music. Not sure if this is really bad news, but a new study has found that, contrary to popular belief, frequent, not occasional, not seldom, not minor, frequent, which means a lot. Frequent
Thanks, Brian.
Pornography consumption is not bad. Assuming it's part of a normal sexual health regimen, whatever that means, it becomes problematic, apparently, when people become dependent on it to cope with stress. Mm-hmm. People are using porn to cope with stress?
Yeah, I'm sure. That's when it's a real problem, though.
New research published in the International Journal of Sexual Health, that sounds official, suggests that the reasons why individuals watch pornography are more predictive of their sexual health than how often they watch it. The study provides evidence that viewing pornography for enjoyment or curiosity is linked to adaptive sexual functioning, while viewing it to cope with stress is associated with problematic use and emotional withdrawal.
Frequent. That's often, Brian. That's often.
Do you have any synonyms for frequent?
Well, no,
the word frequent, other than often?
Or in quick succession. So...
Yeah.
Quick succession.
Frequent.
Mm-hmm. Common, constant, repeated, recurring.
Recurring. What
Persistent. Every day? Regular?
What page are you on now?
Is that...
What page are you on, Gene?
Mm-hmm. So, frequent. Fine.
Frequent.
As long as you're not dealing with stress that way.
New study found that frequent pornography consumption isn't bad after all. Got it, Gene?
Mm-hmm. Often. Short intervals.
Sometimes they're short. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it takes a little while. You got to find the right video. You know? Something that speaks to you. Frequent. It's not bad.
So you just got a green light on your lifestyle? Is that what happened here? Big thumbs up?
How much is frequent? Is that daily? Twice daily? Several times daily? How many times daily? Bad news, happy music. We'll get to our daily check-ins after 3:11.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Start your day with Rock Mornings. Call.
Hello.
Email.
I tried emailing you.
Text. So many ways to check in with us.
Check.
We rely on you guys for traffic updates, requests, and all sorts of other stuff.
Check this out.
Got a lot of text messages this morning. Lots of them. Rockmornings.com is the website where you can find all of our contact info. Don't forget, you can also download the apps and get in touch with us that way. In fact, you can leave us voicemails right on the app, whether you're from America or South Africa.
Hey, this is Logan from South Africa. Just thought I'd pop in and say hi. Love our show. Listen as often as I can. It is now 5:17 p.m.
Logan from South effing Africa.
If he can leave us a voicemail message on his app, I'm sure
Downloaded
you
the
can.
app and left us a voicemail. How awesome is that?
It's the best.
Logan. Schnickety, schnoik.
It's 5 p.m. here.
Got a text from someone who said Bojangles is exactly like Popeyes. Love that chicken from Popeyes. What's the jingle? What is the Bojangles jingle?
I have no idea. I've never heard of it, and I've never eaten there, never seen one.
Brian in Colorado said, well, no one said a meth head is smart. And I...
Oh, yeah, the smoking meth on the video.
Yeah. Michael, this is so funny. Poor Michael. I think I threw him into a tailspin. I feel bad for Mike. I'm sorry, buddy.
What'd you do?
This is great. Mike texted in and said, hey, Brian and Gene, Mike R. working at Fort McCoy. I find trying to have a conversation with someone who swears constantly annoying. It truly shows a lack of intelligence when all you are capable of using to express yourself is F this or F that. And I responded to Mike and I said, Oofta, you probably wouldn't want to talk to me when I'm not on the radio. I swear a lot. And then he said, I find that curious. You have a good command of the English language and a wonderful radio presence. I do. But I've also been doing this job for almost 30 years now, and I'm an East Coaster. And if you've ever met an East Coaster, we swear a lot. It's just part of the vernacular. Honestly, it has nothing to do with intelligence. For me, I know some people, you know, it's the way they show off their intelligence. But I just, it's... Do you know the person who says like all the time? Mm-hmm. Like this, like they just, it's a tick. It's a thing. It's a problem they have. It's a crutch. Right? That is what the F word is for me. It's just sort of, it's like salt on the steak. It's a little bit of flavoring. You know, I can speak without saying it. I just prefer not to. I enjoy saying it.
So he's all right. He's out at the fort.
I don't
right?
know. Michael, I'm sorry if I upset your world today. Paul texted in. We were talking about this yesterday. You weren't here, but I was talking about cheese, and there was all sorts of other stuff. Said, Brian, just to settle the matter from yesterday, boars, a.k.a. male hogs, do have a corkscrew penis, as we have had hogs on our farm when I was growing up. And I said, so do ducks, I believe. Pigs also have half-hour orgasms, which we found out years ago. He said, ducks, I don't know, man. If humans had a half-hour one, might be a few going out with a smile. And I said, I don't have time for a half-hour orgasm. Now, if you want to extend it a minute or two, give me a couple 5, 7, 8 minutes. Okay. Half hour, bro. I got to get up. I got to go somewhere. I got to get out of here.
I might need a drink of water or something.
Just send
a half hour.
Half hour of that? I don't know. That is, trust me. Try doing anything for a half hour, whether
Sounds
it's
like
enjoyable or not. It can get redundant. Okay?
Are you having a seizure?
You're going to be, I can't get up yet. I got to wait. I'm not done. Yeah. Roxy texted in, said, I won't listen to AI. Wouldn't be as funny as you two. Thank you, Roxy. Had a bunch of other people texting in, letting us know where they're working this morning on Workforce Wednesday. And our winner today is...
Yeah, make sure you do that, by the way. Let us know where you're working every Wednesday. Somebody wins a $20 Quick Trip gift card. And it's Trey this week. Trey is your local propane delivery and maintenance. I thought it...
we had two of those today.
I thought that made sense.
Hank Hill.
Given the weather.
Doing the propane.
That we're dealing with. So congratulations to Trey. Go to rockmornings.com to get signed up.
Thank you for all the correspondence. Have a great rest of your hump day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.